What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a heart's desire reading for the sign of Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, you guys are third this week on the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into y'all's reading. All right. Let's start with one from the top for your present energy, one from the bottom for your past energy, and then one energetically from the middle for your future energy. Okay. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily for the overall outcome. Okay. So let's see what you guys have, Aquarius. You have the Knight of Swords. Okay. We have the Six of Pentacles. All right, for your past. And then we have Three of Cups. Okay. Very, I kind of like this, how this is coming out here. Okay. Very different from your general read. Okay. If you haven't seen your general read yet, Aquarius, by all means, go ahead and check that out. Okay. So, starting with this Knight of Swords in your present, okay, you are again kind of still, again, I'm getting this vibe of mediating in a sense. Okay. You're starting to use your words more. Maybe you're starting to speak up more. We went from Page of Swords to now Knight of Swords. Okay. And I believe Knight of Swords came out in your Dreamcatcher read too. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You put it in the comments. But nonetheless, I feel like an upgrade of using your words has come through. Okay, Aquarius? Either it's coming through towards those around you or just towards yourself. Okay, coming into some truth for yourself and kind of being a little bit more honest about things that you want. Okay? The Six of Pentacles is here in your past energy. Okay? Whenever I see this Six of Pentacles, it's of course very different than our usual Six of Pentacles. It's usually talking about giving to someone. But in this deck, to me, it means balancing, okay? You're trying to balance things out, okay? Or in the past, you were trying to find balance within yourself, okay? And literally it's about self, because as you can see, this person is kind of like juggling the pentacles above her head in a meditation pose, okay? And so it's talking about giving to yourself, okay, a little bit more, okay, as far as your worth, okay? Now, for some of you, you could have been maybe doing some excessive spending in the past towards yourself, okay, instead of saving, all right? That's for some of you, it's not for all, okay? Kind of paying yourself in a sense, okay? If you work, then you know, work and all play, okay? There was really no business being handled for some of you, not all of you, okay? And so maybe now you're at a time where you're coming to truth that that's what you did, and now it's time for you to buckle down and start balancing again, okay? So lastly is this Three of Cups energy for future energy. And with this Three of Cups, it's different than any other. It still has the same premise. You have the Three Cups here linked by a heart, okay? I really like the imagery on this deck. It's very colorful and vibrant. And love how the meanings can be a little bit different depending on how you interpret it, okay? And so we have this Three of Cups energy for the future placement. And it gives me a vibe of, communing, of course, as the Three of Cups normally does stand for. But communing in love, okay, in happiness, okay, and possibly coming to some form of a happy medium between you and the people around you, okay. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, okay. But how does this happen where you have this Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, okay? Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That's the overall outcome. The only reason why I would assume that this Three of Swords shows up at the bottom, Aquarius, is because of the fact that, future-wise, you do have this communing, but it could be fake, okay? It could be fake communing, okay? In the sense of, I'm going to put this Three of Swords with this Knight of Swords to make 4, okay? The reason why I'm doing that is because it could be a sense of you reflecting on things of the past, okay? Maybe for some of you, it wasn't putting money into yourself. Maybe you are giving, okay, as far as giving to others who need help financially. Maybe you've been, contributing to a household, and maybe you're the only one that's giving, okay? And so there may be some resentment or animosity there, okay? And you're in this Four of Swords. You could be in a Four of Swords energy eventually, if you're not already, about giving back to yourself and starting to save up so that way you can do things on your own, okay? And so for the time being, you possibly future placement, okay, future energy, you could just commune just, to save face, but in all actuality, you have some resentment, okay? So let's get into the clarifiers here, okay? So we have one for the Knight of Swords, one from the bottom for the Six of Pentacles, and then one energetically from the middle for this Three of Cups. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to clarify this Three of Swords, okay? So we have the Ace of Emotions, okay, which would be the Ace of Cups. We have the Hierophant, okay, for the Six of Pentacles. And then we have the Devil, okay? Now this Three of Swords is kind of making some sense, okay? So let's talk about this Knight of Swords with the Ace of Emotions, okay? Like I said, I do feel like this is about you, okay? I'm not getting any energy in regards to a relationship, okay? If you were looking for advice on a relationship or considering a relationship, you may want to look for the All My Love reading coming up this weekend, okay? As you know, sometimes I do talk about love in most of the readings, but that reading is specifically geared towards love in relationships, or even love to yourself, okay? Just all depends. But right now, this feels like an Ace of Cups towards yourself, okay? Being honest with yourself, okay? As you can see, this person is kind of like engulfed in the water, all right? And there's like coral and starfish and things of that nature around her, okay? And so it's again in reference to a cup of love of some sort, but it is self-love towards yourself, okay? In a sense of being very honest and forthright with your own thoughts and what it is that you want to pursue, okay? So let's get into this past energy. Past energy is here with the Six of Pentacles with the Hierophant, okay? Six of Pentacles with the Hierophant. Like I said, possibility of you sharing, possibly, okay, with other people. The Hierophant is usually someone who's almost like the person that passes judgment, okay? As you can see, there is another person here, and then far off in the balance, they're like a little dot, okay? But they're way over here, okay, behind the Hierophant, all right? And so there's these 4 lanterns here, okay, which can also stand for protection, but also judgment of some sort, okay? And so with this Hierophant being here in the past energy with this 6 of Pentacles, I do feel this possibility of, like I said, maybe kind of what was hit on in your Dreamcatcher read about you being a mediator of some sort, okay? And passing judgment possibly on others, okay? Or someone passing judgment on you and another individual, okay, in regards to sharing, okay? So we have a lot of water energy is here, okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We do have Pentacle energy, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You do have the Devil here. And then you have, which is Capricorn energy. And then you have this Swords energy, which is part of you, along with Gemini and Libra. Okay, so a lot of signs here. If you know your birth chart, there might be some connections there. So if you like, you can go and look at the Heart's Desire readings for those signs that are most important, or placements that are most important to you. It could give you a more well-rounded reading in regards to your situation. Okay, so let's get into this future energy of the 3 of Cups with the Devil being here. Okay, it's I'm kind of laughing and I'm sorry, but it's because I'm feeling this energy of, master manipulator, possibly, of, there once was, more, but now there's 3. Okay, this Devil energy here. Okay, now it can go both ways. All right, that you might be working to get someone out of a particular situation, okay, that is, not really being helpful. And so, where it benefits you, okay. For others of you, it could just be this particular energy, this Devil energy that is around your energy, energy of your family or energy of your friends, that is very toxic, okay? Capricorn energy here, okay? Now, not saying anything to, damage Capricorns. There's some good ones that are out there, but there are some particular traits that Capricorns do possess. I've talked about them here on the channel, okay? I'm not going to flood your reading with those, okay? But there is some type of toxicity that is around this 3 of Cups energy, okay? Where this person is either not helpful or just causes a lot of drama, or is not as responsible as you are, okay? Maybe they were raised differently, or maybe they weren't taught about, responsibility, or whatever the case may be, okay? As far as this Pentacle, we keep coming back to this Pentacles energy, okay? And so, whatever toxicity there is causing this 3 of Swords, okay? In a sense where, like I said, 4 of Swords, you're coming to your own conclusion of maybe it is time for you to go, or whatever, or, remove yourself from this situation, because there's no happy medium, okay? There's no true happy medium if you continue to have to, do more or be the reliable one, okay? So with that being said, and it could be vice versa, okay? But we're not going to get into that. Get in where you fit in, okay? So the Three of Swords is here with the Ten of Materials, okay? Ten of Materials. You have the Princess of Swords up underneath, okay? So there could be a co-person or a counterpart that agrees with what's going on, okay? In regards to this Three of Swords, but it looks like it's family, okay? Here we are again with the Ten of Materials, which is Ten of Pentacles. This is heartache around family, okay? In Aquarius, you may have to make a decision, or someone else around you is having to make a decision about the family dynamic, okay? And so, again, it's some form of toxicity that's, plaguing on this small energy, okay, that's pulled out of this Ten of Materials, all right? So that's all I have in reference to that. Let's get into the Heart Oracle so we can find your final decision or advice towards the situation. We do 3 shuffles, and then I separate by 3. Last shuffle. Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck to see what your message is. 3, sadness and isolation. Sadness and isolation, okay? And so this person, if we kind of put it upside down so you can kind of really see, they're here in this isolation, okay? And then turning it over, their higher self is up here trying to jump out, okay? And find some form of joy and peace, okay? As far as mentally and the way this circle is, kind of enveloped around his upper body here, it feels like pretty much working from your heart space up, okay? So from your heart space to your crown chakra, finding some form of peace within and self-love to jump out of that possible isolation, okay? I will say that it's not that much shaded darkness down here, which would stand for the isolation and sadness, okay? There's more joy to be found, okay? And so let's go ahead and get into the book, all right? You may find yourself, Aquarius, or either someone else around you that is going to start isolating themselves, okay? As far as feeling like, and this could be something that you felt in the past or that you currently feel now, okay? This could be for a separate part of Aquarius, okay? So if this is your part of the reading, then this is for you, okay? If the rest of it did not resonate, but the oracle cards do, that means I'm reading for multiple energies, okay? So just take what resonates for you and pass the rest, all right? So let's get into this book here, okay? Like I said, I feel as though you guys do it temporarily, like off and on. It's possibly hard for you to isolate yourself completely, especially if you share a space, okay? And so when you want to be alone, it's like you have to be away from where you are in order to get some quiet time, all right? And that's possibly what you're looking for, is a peace of mind and a peace, some silence, okay? And so you go somewhere, for a little while, and then you come home, okay? And it doesn't even feel like home to you, okay? And so, as we've talked about in your past readings, Aquarius, it may be time for you to go out on your own, and that may be where that 4 of Swords is coming from in regards to finally reflecting on what you possibly need to do in order to get to this happiness. Okay, so you do have Blossom up underneath, so some good days are to come soon. Okay, so your keywords here are sorrow, disappointment, trust, and healing. Okay, love can bring both joy and sorrow. When disappointment enters your life, it's important to acknowledge the accompanying sadness and feelings of loss. However, it's equally vital not to dwell on the loss. The temptation may be to isolate yourself from the world and cling to your grief. This card is a reminder to trust that this situation, as hard as it may be, is in your best interest. It's time to gently let go of the sorrow and disappointment. Sorrow can hold you back, or it can elevate you to new levels of understanding. Focusing on your sadness and loss will prevent you from attracting new positive energy around relationships. So it's time to turn your disappointment into hope for the future. Ask what lessons you can learn from the situation. Move beyond despair into healing and joyful love. Let go and move on. You have more powerful spiritual forces helping you than you could ever imagine. Okay? And so you do have help, if you are religious or a spiritualist, say your prayers. Work on your manifestations of what it is that you want to achieve. Okay, like I said, do not cling to the grief. And like I said, within this card, you can see it's not that much space within that dark space. Okay, it's more so about coming into this light. Okay, any lessons that you learn, okay, they can benefit you more than debilitate you. Okay, and so whatever lessons you are learning, Aquarius, it is to uplift you so that way you can reach those higher heights that you're aiming for. Okay, it's not to debilitate you, it is to teach you. Okay, so with that being said, you will learn something about what it is that you truly want. Okay, this Ace of Cups energy. Okay, so let's get into your power of surrender so we can wrap up your reading, Aquarius. As I'll say Aries, because they're right behind you, okay? So kind of jumping ahead, if you will, to the next reading. So one more shuffle here. And let's go ahead and cut by threes. And we'll go to the bottom of the deck where it says surrender to miracles. Okay, surrender to miracles. All right. And so this card has came up occasionally. All right. Where it says be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Okay? Believe in those miracles. Okay? And you might want to listen to Mariah Carey's Miracles to help. Okay? It's a very beautiful song. It's one of my favorites. And I used to listen to it when I was younger, especially after the loss of my father. And so it was very helpful in a sense of healing. So by all means, please do. I really do feel for you guys. If you are kind of debilitated right now by something going on in your life. And so I know it's very difficult to have a positive mindset when you feel as though people have turned on you or expect more out of you. But you have to live for yourself and know that it is possible for you to have that happiness. You do have to work towards it, and you have to believe that you can have it. Okay? We all deserve happiness at some point in time in our life, if not every day. Okay? And we have to find it for ourselves. No one's going to give it to us. Okay? And so with that being said, Aquarius, I truly reach my heart out to you guys. Until your next reading, we have 2 more this week. So until then, peace.